Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So today in this parchment series we're going to do some flowers. We're going to use Versamark on the parchment, which is a thick kind of parchment, and I'm going to emboss them with silver. I've got some stamps and some matching dies to cut my flowers out, and that's what we will use to make the card. So I'm using a stamp platform. I've got my parchment in there. I'm just going to go over it with some anti-static, and this is just talcum powder, and it's in a container that I've had for years, and I just top it up with cheap talcum powder whenever it needs doing. And now once I've done that, I can put my stamps in place where I want them. So we'll put them face down so that we can add them to the cards. We're leaving enough space in between them because I can die cut these, or you need enough space there to fussy cut them if you don't have the dies. And then once you've done that, you can pick those up with the lid. And now we can add our Versamark to them and stamp it back down. And the beauty of a stamp platform is that if it doesn't stamp properly the first time, as long as you don't move anything, you can re-stamp it. So once that's stamped properly, you can take it out of your stamping platform, leave your stamps where they are, and we're just going to now sprinkle this with some silver embossing powder. And once you take that off, that's what you will have on your sheet. So now you can put this back into your jar, pop the lid on so that I don't knock it all over the place, and now I'm going to heat this with the heat tool. Now you need to make sure that your heat tool is really good and hot before you bring it to the paper, because you don't want this to warp as you're doing it. So I'm going to go away now and put the heat tool on to get it nice and hot. So there's some of my flowers now and my leaves done. I'm going to pop this back in there, and I'm going to do some more on this side because I may need more flowers than is there for my card. So I'm going to repeat this process with the Versamark. So when you're heating your powder, don't get too close to your parchment, because this is what happens when you do. So if you have the matching dies for your flowers, then you can go ahead and cut them out. But if you don't, you can just fussy cut the flowers out quite easily. And then they will be ready to add to your card. So just go outside of the embossing line, don't cut over it, and that will leave just a little border around the edge of your flowers and your leaves, and they can then be added to your card. So now with all my flowers cut, I'm going to leave some white, but some I'm going to colour. So I'm just going to take some alcohol markers and I'm going to colour these from the wrong side. So with the flowers the wrong way around and 2 shades of green, I'm going to colour the leaves. So I'm going to do the dark first, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just get your dark green on your stems. Now I like to use the dies to cut my flowers out because I'm lazy and I can't abide fussy cutting. Some people find it very relaxing. I just absolutely hate it. So I'd rather use the dies wherever I can to cut things out. Now once you've got the darks down, I'm just going to blend that out with the paler one. And because you're working on the wrong side of the parchment, when you turn it over, you will have a very muted look on the other side. So So there are your leaves now, and I'm going to carry on and do these flowers in 2 shades of purple. So I'm going to do the middle of the flower in a deep purple, and again there's nothing fancy about it, I'm just getting the colour down, and then I'm going to go to the outside with the paler, and that will just blend out that rough edge there. And again, because you're working on the wrong side of the flower, it gives you a muted look on the other side. So I'll carry on now and do the rest of these flowers, and then I'll come back to you and we'll put the card together. So with my flowers cut and coloured and embossed, I created my base cards. So I'm having 2 5x7s. Now for one, I've done the background piece that we did in video 1, so that's going to go there. And for this one, I've used the other piece that we created in another video, and I've added that to a piece of white card, and that's going to sit on my card just there, on my base just there. Now from my die set, I have found this little die, and I haven't used this for a long time, and this cuts out these 2 pieces. This will go on one card and this will go on another. So we'll add that one along there and we'll add that one along there. Now my flowers are going to sit on my frame like so. And obviously it'll be a lot neater when I get them all glued down. Because at the moment they're just moving as I'm touching them. So that's one card, and this is going to be the other. So this has got the white flowers on it, and that will sit along there. So I'm going to go away now and glue these in place, and then I'll come back to you. So there are my flowers stuck in place. I have 2 sentiments from this set. Both say sending happy thoughts. One is going to go on this card, the other is going on the pink card. But into the middle of the flowers I have got some pearls that I want to add to my card. So there's my pearls added to this one, and to this one I'm going to add my chrome dots to the centre of these flowers. So we'll put the larger dots on the larger flowers, and then on this one we'll put the smaller dots. So there we have 2 cards created with parchment flowers. This has just had a little silver leaf added to it. They've been decorated with pearls and chrome dots. They've both got sentiments. One's been left white, the other has been coloured with alcohol markers. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one. And why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.